Welcome back to Write the Narrative, where it's okay to be curious. I was looking at the semi-final list here. There's always a semi-final of death, and I think Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is drawn in that semi-finals of death alongside Sha'Carri Richardson and Julian Alfred. Now these are three athletes that we are looking at who could medal. These three athletes could medal, so it's almost like a finals. In semi-finals number 1, we're seeing that we have our own Sasha Lee Forbes, Melissa Jefferson, Dina Asher Smith, Marie-José Talou, Kambuje, Soboda out of Poland. Good start, not really a good finish. A lot of good athletes here, but the top athletes that is worthy of being noted here is Dina Asher Smith, Melissa Jefferson, and Marie-José Talou, also Kambuje. But we are looking at Sasha Lee Forbes. Sasha Lee Forbes is drawn into a difficult one because Talou is at the fastest time going into the semifinals. But there's opportunity for her. If she can run a very good race, a very fast race, her personal best, she'll have to get a personal best in this one. If that was to happen, then I'm seeing she could get a 3rd place finish in her semifinals. In semifinals number 3, where Tia Clayton is drawn into that semifinals. This is probably the least challenging semifinals of all, but obviously all athletes are prepared to go out and do their best. If Tia Clayton can execute the right way, I expect that she would be going through to the finals, because it's not the most challenging finals. She's up against TT Terry, Audrey Ledoc Audrey, Daryl Nita, and Zoe Hobbs. Those are the strongest athletes in this one, and Tia Clayton have among the fastest time, if not the fastest, then the 2nd fastest time in this semifinals. The semifinals of death is where Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is drawn into alongside Julian Alfred and Sha'Carri Richardson, along with Mariam Bass. These are all strong athletes. Now only 2 athletes will go through from each semifinals, but the 2 fastest losers will also qualify to the finals. So only 8 athletes will be represented in the finals. You'll see that during the heats they have 9 athletes lined up, but only 8 athletes will go through to the finals in the Olympics. Now this is where after the semifinals we'll say whether or not it is wide open, because Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce alongside Julian Alfred alongside Sha'Carri Richardson, one of these 3 will have to be a fastest loser. Will have to be a fastest loser. Will Sha'Carri be strategic and try to run fast but come maybe 3rd, so that she could go into that qualifying room again, see if she could get into lane 9 again and see how that turns out? Because the pressure of running alongside bigger names, people who are focused, people who will be feeding off her energy and pushing her, would cause her not to run her natural race. And I guess the world would be looking to see that, but she might prefer to be in a little corner by herself over there in lane 9, maybe in lane 1. Nobody sees her while she's rocketing towards the finish line. Tia Clayton, what can we expect from her? She said that she didn't have the best start. She wanted to fix that. She also alluded to the fact that the stadium is much bigger, the environment is much more intense. It's not like Champs, where even though the crowd is huge and they're excited, it's a different size crowd, it's a different type of crowd. It's also not where you have family nearby where you can go to them at the end of the race for some kind of reassurance. In this one, she have to be a big girl. Now the example is there from Jamaica, Elaine Thompson-Herah being the Olympic record holder. It shows that the Jamaicans are quality. We had been winning this event for the past 20 years, or the better part of 20 years, and the MVP camp is responsible for bringing home the title every single time. Now we only have Tia Clayton who could represent for the MVP, and I'm sure that the MVP would be looking to keep up with tradition. And oh, would that be such a beauty if Sha'Carri Richardson could get into the finals and Tia Clayton could find a way to get the better of her. But most of us know that it probably won't happen that way. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce could also get the better of anybody on any given day if she executes well. Do you guys think that the race is wide open, or it is just for Sha'Carri to lose? I still think that the most composed person out there was Sha'Carri and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Those are the two, and Julian Alfred. Those three in the same semifinals, they were all composed, extremely composed. While Darrell Nita had a very fast time, and Mary Jo Talu had a very fast time. They weren't as composed, they weren't as energy efficient as those three. So semifinals of death, a fastest loser will be coming from this one. If their time is not faster than somebody else who is a faster loser, then we would see one of the bigger guns crashing out. I want to hear your comments. Drop your comments down below and let me know what you think. Rewrite the narrative. Like, share, and subscribe.